Hey guys, it's Megan Ramirez, and this is my collaboration number 5 over the different articles that we viewed. The first article talks about how companies are better trying to find a median range for their salaries for particular jobs. Before it wasn't like that. It was kind of a, this is what I think this should be, so that's what was offered, and it's kind of what had to be accepted at that time. Now it seems that these pay guidelines are a better way to give structure to salaries, and to make sure everything's kind of fair across the board when it comes to different job positions and job titles. They have things like Glassdoor, other types of things you can go online and look and see what's the average salary for this particular job. And it'll kind of break down the structure and what type of job it is and what the median range is. It seems like companies are trying to stay within 40 to 50% median range. That way they're still competitive, but they still have their company to look after, so they're not trying to offer as high as some people are wanting at this time. But that is their position. The second article talks about your rights on and off premises for your job. My view on this is you act at your job as you would act anywhere else. With social media how it is, everything that you do is going to have the potential to be online or be viewed by your employer. A lot of employers do check Facebook and do go on social media, so anything that you post on there could be potential for you to get in trouble or even get fired based on what you're posting online. So same thing should be applied when it comes to harassment, when it comes to drug use on and off premises, when it comes to pretty much anything that you could do. It's all going to follow you, and I think that companies do have a right to look at these things, because even if you're out walking down the street and you have on a work shirt and it has your company's name on it, they're responsible. That's what people look at, and that's how they're going to look at your company. If you're out acting crazy and you get into trouble and you have on that work shirt, in my opinion, you should be able to get in trouble. But it does vary as far as different people's opinions. The other article talks about millennials and how they are the highest debt-ridden era that we've had, but also talks about how companies should change, and should they change based on the type of workers they have at the time. I think so. I think it'd be a good idea for companies to change with the environment, with the types of people that are working there. Just like anything else, millennials are going to want to look at how your company views the environment, how technology plays into it, what standards you have. Millennials want constant feedback. All these things are things that companies are going to have to look at when they hire people, and look at as far as their management style to make sure they're engaging with those employees, because those are the future of the company. As more of the baby boomers start to retire, that's what you're going to have to look at. But I think the article was correct in saying that you're going to have to provide them with the tools that they need to be successful for their jobs.